Welcome to the weekly astrology video. If this is your first time here, I'm happy to have you. I'm Felicity Fletcher. I'm an avid reader, a hopeful author, and a practicing witch and astrologer. And I love sharing the weekly astrology, and I also like coming up with words for each day. So that's what we're going to do here. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I know this past week hasn't been the easiest, but I think we're going to like this week's video. We have a lot to talk about. I'm going to try to get through everything quickly so I don't keep you too long. So let's jump right in. This video is covering the week of August 10th, so that's Sunday, August 10th, through Saturday, August 16th. Jumping right in on Sunday the 10th, we have the moon entering Pisces. When the moon's in Pisces, it tends to be very dreamy energy. Things are disconnected. Pisces takes boundaries away, which for those of us who love boundaries, Pisces moon is not really our favorite, like myself. But for people that are wanting to get things done or ready to really move forward, hey, maybe we can use this. Maybe we can use the aspect of this lack of boundaries. We have to be careful not to get too close to anybody else's space or taking over anybody else's energy or time or that kind of stuff, but maybe we can do some good things with this. We also have Mars trine Pluto. This is a really good energy. It's an energy that we need to tap into. We need to use this energy. We can't just sit back and let it happen. But it tends to really help us be more ambitious. We can be more assertive when we need to. It tends to be an energy where people are more cooperative. There's less conflict when Mars is trine Pluto. And so if we engage with people, we actively go out to cooperate with people, we're going to find it easier to do. We just need to have the courage to cooperate. This is a time that we can also really stand up for ourselves, for what we believe in. We will have the strength to do that. This is the time to ask for a raise at work. This is the time to talk about that promotion you want. This is the time to let people know what you stand for, what you want, and where you want to go moving forward. There is going to be a lot of passion involved in this, so this is a time to really tap into that thing that you're passionate about, or those things. What drives you? What excites you? What creates energy for you in your life? We are also going to have the ability to shift things in our favor. So this is the time to really look at what can change for us for the better. Is there a way that we can start acting? Is there a routine we can add into our schedule? Is there a connection or a person that we can work with? What is going to help us out and what can we shift? That's why the word of the day for Sunday the 10th is transform. Between that dreamy Pisces energy, that lack of boundaries that's going to be happening, and this ability to shift and be assertive and stand up for ourselves, we have the ability to really transform our day, our lives, all that stuff. Moving on to Monday the 11th, first of all, the good news is Mercury is going direct. This has been a very interesting Mercury retrograde for me. A lot of errors from the past have been showing up that need to be fixed, both my errors, other people's errors, and I've noticed that by accepting what has been done wrong by myself and even by others, I've been actually able to make good progress this Mercury retrograde period, but that is going away. It is going direct, so if it hasn't been as good for you, don't worry. The other thing happening on Monday is that Saturn is going to be sextiling Uranus. This brings with it an increased intelligence, an increased intuition. We're a lot more curious. We want to know about the world around us. We're going to be seeking out and searching new ways to get work done. That's really what this energy is about. Uranus is new, unusual, different. Saturn is the planet that rules careers, work, things like that. So we're going to be able to adapt to new things. We're going to be able to implement new processes. We're going to be able to create new systems. I'm really excited about this. This is actually the perfect energy for what I need to be doing in my life right now. So I'm actually really excited about this. We just need to have patience and we need to have persistence, and no problem will be impossible to conquer. We just need to take this intellect that we have, this intuition that we have, this curiosity that we have, this openness to new ideas, and we can accomplish whatever is coming up. This is a time where we are able to create order out of chaos. The word I picked for Monday is compose. We're going to be able to compose what the next steps sound like. We're going to be able to compose what our days sound like, look like, will be like. Mercury is moving direct, so we are moving forward on the page. Then on Tuesday the 12th, we have the moon moving into Aries, so the energy gets a little less dreamy, floaty, and becomes much more direct. We tend to have a lot more energy. We tend to be more energetic. We also tend to be more impulsive. So while the moon is in Aries, we just need to be wary of, are we acting on impulse? Are we thinking about the things before we are doing it? We also have to be ready for other people around us to act before thinking. We also have Venus conjunct Jupiter, which is an amazing aspect. This is an aspect where good things happen. Good things happen when Venus is conjunct Jupiter. Now, we do have to be careful whenever we're dealing with Jupiter. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. But Venus helps to really balance that. So when these two work together, it is all about beauty and luxury. And it's about just living in a world that is just perfect to look at. It is about this idea of perfection, but perfection becomes a little bit less of a scary word and more of a possible reality when Venus conjuncts Jupiter. What we need to do is we need to engage with life. We need to engage with this possibility of perfection. We need to spend time with our people. These are our relationships. These are our partners. These are our coworkers. These are our family. Spend time. Get to know people. Get closer with the people in your life. This is also a time where we want to say yes to opportunities, specifically financial opportunities. If something comes up, it's okay to take a little time to be like, hey, is this really too good to be true? But it's Venus conjunct Jupiter. It probably actually isn't. This is the time to say yes to new money opportunities, to say yes to new job opportunities, to just say yes. That's why the word of the day for Tuesday is seize. Go out there, engage in life, seize the day, seize the opportunity, allow the good things to happen. Wednesday the 13th is going to actually be a day of rest for us. There's not a lot going on astrologically, so I went ahead and just made the word of the day rest. Thursday the 14th, we start with the moon moving into Taurus. The moon in Taurus is all about finding our peace, finding our comfort, being able to relax in what we have. Moon in Taurus is a little bit slow moving, but once things move, once we realize what we want to do and what will make us happy, we're going to get the ball rolling and get moving pretty quickly. Once Taurus starts running, they're going. They just need a little bit more motivation. The other thing happening is Mercury is going to be sextiling Mars. This speeds things up. Once Taurus gets the ball rolling, things are going to be moving fast. With this energy, if you have purpose, you will succeed. Mars and Mercury are here to help you out. They're here to help you succeed, but you have to have purpose. People who are just kind of sitting back, waiting for things to happen, maybe just not excited, not engaged in life, they're not going to feel this as much. They're not going to feel that success. But the people that are going out there and saying, I want to create something, I want to engage in something, I want to do, I want to be, success is going to happen. Communication and energy, especially when we're dealing with others during this time, is going to be very direct, very honest. Do be prepared for people to tell you what they honestly think. Even when we don't want to hear it, this is actually a good time to listen. This is a time to socialize, put yourself out there. This is a time to be seen. This is a time to get involved. And that is why I picked the word of the day as initiative. If we have initiative during this energy, if we have purpose, if we know where we're going and what we're doing and why we're doing it, we will succeed. We will get things done. This will be our time. I don't have any astrology to talk about on the 15th, but I did have a word kind of come to me. So that is why the word of the day for Friday is expand. Finally, Saturday the 16th, the moon moves into Gemini. We're going to be a little bit restless. Things are going to be back to that breezy movement type of energy. Things don't really stand still. Roots aren't grown when the moon is in Gemini. This is a time for doing. This isn't a time for planting or harvesting. This is a time to just do. Get in there, do, go about your day. And one of the biggest things that Geminis do, and the biggest thing about Gemini energy, is Geminis talk. And that is why the word of the day for the 16th for Saturday is talk. And that's pretty good advice for us. It's a good day to get out there and talk with your neighbor, talk with your friends. I have a phrase for this week. This is our week. We have the opportunity to grab life by the horns, to go, to engage, to do. If we go into the week with purpose, if we go into the week truly believing that this is our week, I'm so excited about the things that we're going to be able to accomplish. This is our week. So take a second, pause if you need to, grab a pen, grab some paper, maybe grab your calendar, write these words on the calendar. That's what I've started doing. It's time to review the words of the week. Sunday the 10th, the word is transform. Monday the 11th, the word is compose. Wednesday the 13th, the word is rest. I'm sorry, I messed that up. Let's try again. Sunday the 10th, transform. Monday the 11th, compose. Tuesday the 12th, the word is seize. Wednesday the 13th, the word is rest. Thursday the 14th, the word is initiative. Friday the 15th, the word is expand. And finally, Saturday the 16th, the word is talk. And I really hope that you remember that this is our week. I hope you remember to engage. I hope you remember to go out with purpose. Let's go. Let's do it. You know the spiel I give at the end of every single video. If you want to support me, I really appreciate it. You can do that by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing the videos with family and friends. But all I really ask is you just come back here next week. I'll see you then. Bye.